Hello there, friends. I had a problem. I made a video before, but I had a problem and Camtasia didn't record a thing, so I advanced off camera. Sorry. I changed the roofs principally and put Alma to research, so we have architecture now. This is it. It didn't happen anything else. So we'll make another video, this time recording. And I put them to build another house to have something already when another person comes in the spring. The new roofs are a little better, and require branches. This is useful in order to not depend of hay. The advancement of architecture unlocks the beams. They are useful in order to build large structures, like the barn I'm planning to make. In this video we'll end once and for all the winter and we'll start the spring. If we can, we'll start to sow the fields. Now that I remember. We finished the altar, so they have the religious needs covered. In the last days the snow receded, but it's not spring for the moment. We'll have to wait a little more. We have enough books to unlock the agriculture. We can start our farming empire now. Let's see if there is a good area to put our fields. Most crops need seeds, a logical thing. Not like in RimWorld where you only need the space to grow it. So we'll need to trade with the next merchant that comes to our small town. This thing I'm doing right now will be our barn. So we will free the second room of Alma's house. We'll need a lot of space to keep all our food, to have enough to feed our growing population. We may have the food covered now, but when our town starts to grow, well, the food consumption rises to the stratosphere. 4 modules should be enough. I hope the developers add the cattle system soon. This is basic in the medieval world. But right now it allow us to not worry to build a stall. However, I saw that the views are starting to grow. We are few, but that makes me happy. I suppose we happy few. Sorry about the dad joke. If you want me to stop, please, like and subscribe. Going back to the video. I suppose that while they are working I'll end the plans for the barn. With this we're doing the first half of the first street. I think we can follow the plan of an ideal Roman city, 4 main streets, many smaller ones and then the walls, leading the city like a giant square. Of course this was the ideal, it wasn't like that in real life. The real terrains don't allow this kind of cities. But the maps of this kind of games? They surely do. From Prison Architect, to RimWorld and of course this game. In Minecraft you could also do it, but it's more common to adapt to the space you find. The little hut there will take centuries to be over if I don't stop adding buildings, now that I see it. But I won't stop. I already have the plans from my ideal city. For example, I'll fill the square with merchant tents, to make a big square market. And when we have more resources, we'll make bigger the houses in the square. 2nd floors for example. But not competing with the other houses. They'll grow like European townhouses did back then. This may seem like any town might look like. I mean that I have the idea, but I don't know how express it to show you what I mean. I want to make this series a little more participative for the few who look my videos. You may suggest what to build next on the comments if you want. You know? Well, the barn will have 2 floors. I have this idea of how the barn should look like. Let's see if we can make it real. And we'll start to build with the beams, to build bigger buildings and because they have good looks. Okay, now, let's make the 2nd floor first. Then we'll put the roofs. Now the walls. I usually put only a single window in the barns, and it is on the 2nd floor. I had the TOC from RimWorld of putting the storage temperature as low as possible, so in winter I open the window. I'll do this a little quickly, I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place. Look, spring is here. The best moment to make our first crops and store all we can get to survive the next winter. Let's end the barn and get to work. We only need to do the roofs and we are done. We'll also use the half roofs. I mean those that are only in one direction. but those will be only to the place where the first and second floor connect. Here specifically. We need a floor in the line to do this. With the beams I can make a line and problem solved. Like this. We'll do this in the other part and voila, the roofs will cover the barn. I really recommend this game even if it's unpolished like any other early access. This is more fun played than seen. And you could let your imagination flow, to build great things. However, it don't have a creative mode, at least yet. So you'll have to spend a lot of time to end your first castle. I already done that in another play, and it did cost me a lot of time, and death citizens by raids, hunger, wounds. Let's try to survive as long as possible in this play. The good thing is that I have the experience now. So, there is no bad that don't have a good part. Well, I have some more games. If you want I can play something more than going medieval and swooter. If you want it, just ask. I have Minecraft also, and I played since I was 9, so I have a lot of building experience. I have an Aeternose server with my little brother and I've done some things that impressed even me. If you want I can start a building with me, Saria in that game. I won't complain, I like it, and I don't care if it's trendy or not. I never cared about these things. It seems like the normal roof can't be that large. Well, I have an easy solution. Just do the same but with half roofs. But to do that we'll need some floors, like before. And a wall to keep this separated. Now the other side. Okay, it's done now. Let's change this wall to be coherent with the first floor and we're done. I'll end the video here. I don't know how long we've been, but I think we must be at least 10 minutes. Maybe more, maybe less. Being unable to record the video before was problematic. Next time I'll be sure to have this okay before starting the video. If you like the video, a thumb up would be appreciated, and to being able to see my new videos you could subscribe. See you next time.